So today's lesson is going to focus on how to do a Punnett square of a monohybrid cross. So monohybrid basically means that we're just focusing on one trait in this cross. So the genotypes we're going to be using are just going to be based off one trait. So for this example, let's use eye color. So let's just do two alleles to keep it simple. We'll just do brown and blue. So the brown, will make that the dominant, so it's going to get a big B. And the blue is the recessive, so it's going to be the small b. Okay? Now let's say we know the genotype of the parents, and we want to cross the parents to look at the probability of the eye color that's going to occur in the offspring. So what we do is use a Punnett square to figure out these probabilities. So first let's look at what the genotypes are of mom and dad, and we can just make these up. So let's make dad have a big B and a little b. And that means he's going to have brown eyes because he does have a dominant allele. And we'll make mom little b. She will have blue eyes because she has two recessive alleles. Now, we're going to draw out our Punnett square in a minute, but first we need to figure out what possible gametes can occur from the parents. So dad, his gametes can either have the dominant allele or the recessive allele because he has both. So that will pass down into the gametes. And remember, the gamete only has one allele, it does not have two, because it becomes a haploid cell. So now mom can only pass down a small b. Those are the only two options she has. So her gametes will always be little b. Now let's go ahead and draw out our Punnett square. Make some room for us here. So Punnett square, you basically just draw a big square, and then you separate it into quadrants. So now we're going to take the gametes that we used from mom and dad, and we're going to put them on the sides of the Punnett square. So first we'll just start with dad, okay? So we'll take this allele and put it here, so there's the big B. Take this one and put it here, so here's little b. So those are the two possibilities of gametes. We're going to do the same thing for mom. So we're going to do the little b, and again those came from here. Okay, so now we have our gametes lined up. Basically now what we do is just cross from dad and mom into each of the squares. So I'm just going to draw the arrows for the first one. But dad's big B will come in here, and mom's little b will come in here as well. So that's one possible combination of alleles for offspring. And we're going to do the same for all squares. So this one will get another capital B from dad, small b from mom. This square down here will get a small b from dad, small b from mom, and same thing here. So we're just crossing them in. Okay, so if we look at the probabilities, there's about a 50-50 shot of having brown eyes or blue eyes in the offspring, because you can see in the top, this will end up in brown eyes, this will end up in blue eyes. So there's a 50% chance the children will have brown eyes, and there's a 50% chance that they will have blue eyes. And we were able to figure this out just by using a Punnett square. Tomorrow's lesson will focus on doing a dihybrid cross, and it gets a little more complicated than this. So we'll go over that for the next lesson.